So I've talked a lot about one of the first executive orders Donald Trump signed since becoming president again, and that was to try to limit birthright citizenship. Now, we've talked about it a lot. 14th Amendment very clearly states any person born in the United States is a citizen of the United States and a citizen of the state in which they reside. Seems pretty cut and dry to me. Now, I'm not a lawyer. However, so far the courts have all agreed that Donald Trump cannot do this, that it goes against the 14th Amendment, and that they've put differing injunctions all across the nation. I think there's four so far now, three or four. Well, one of those cases was in Seattle, and they appealed to the Ninth District Court of Appeals, and the Ninth District Court of Appeals said that no, you do not get to get an injunction against the lower court's ruling while this plays out. The lower court's ruling saying this is banned, or that this executive order cannot be enforced nationwide, stands. And they went on to say things like, just because you didn't get your way, basically, you cannot make that, and it doesn't count as an emergency. Because that's what the Justice Department, the DOJ, was asking for, was an emergency appeal saying you need to fix this right now because the lower court got it wrong. And the appeals court said, no, that's not how this works. It doesn't qualify as an emergency. You need to let it play out and go from there. Now, this is still not ruling on the merits of Donald Trump's claim about birthright citizenship. This is just saying that at least until the court case is done, they cannot proceed with enforcing his executive order. Now, ultimately, this is probably going to end up before the Supreme Court. I believe this can be appealed to the Supreme Court now, and we will see how this Supreme Court handles it. I don't even think this corrupt Supreme Court is going to want to weigh in and touch this here. This is not a new idea. Supreme Court has dealt with this going back into the 1800s, and they have always sided with the plain language of the amendment. And for as corrupt as this Supreme Court could be with certain justices, I don't think they have any want to touch birthright citizenship. The chaos and confusion and everything else that would cause a lot of harm by trying to overturn and change the definition of birthright citizen. However, Donald Trump wants it in front of the courts because he's hoping he will find at least one judge who sides it with his thing that can cause, that can change everything and make it go his way. Because he thinks he's the smartest person in the room and he knows more than everybody else. And, well, we all know that's not true.